What's up, everybody? Still an Hatchhyack from Ellipsis TCG here, bringing you another live gameplay video for some Set 8 content. On the left here, we have Dr. Lychee and Hatchhyack playing against Red, Yellow, Beerus. Both of these decks are very good. I think Beerus is very, very underrepresented in the meta, or is not talked about as much. Hatchhyack is one of those decks that, it's quite obviously very good, and it's a lot of good black cards in the deck. It does a lot of things. On the left, so the turn 1 play is Dark Planet, searching a Ghost Warrior. This is probably the most optimal turn 1 the deck can do. It just allows you to search for a piece that you need, or honestly, sometimes just to get extra energy if your hand is full of things that you can't get rid of. It's a good thing to grab. Dark Planet also has another effect. At the end of every one of your turns, take the top 2 cards of your deck, place them in the drop area. Now, that's good. Most decks, that seems counterintuitive. However, with Hatchhyack, since you're summoning the Ghost Warriors for free by bottom decking things from your grave, it's very good and very resourceful for you. Right? I missed the one. I think she grabbed Cooler, the Ghost Warrior, and then she's going to pass the turn after milling her 2 from, or actually leader effect. Sorry. So if you don't know what the Hatchhyack leader effect is, you take the top card of your deck, put it under your leader, then take the next top card, put it in your drop, and then draw a card. And then mill 2 at the end of the turn with Dark Planet. I think she milled 2 copies of Frieza, and she excavated something, I'm not sure. Beerus player is going to charge a red-yellow energy, discard the 5-drop baby to draw 2, swing, and pass. Now, Hatchhyack is just going to come with a 4-star ball, and we can see that she has the 1-drop Goku in hand, and what she's going to do is she's going to tap 1, play the card, and then add back the 4-star ball. So it's essentially creating renewable combo power for the deck. And then, using leader ability, we're going to see 4-drop Shenron Figure Majesty and the 8-drop Fu get excavated. Here comes the 1-drop Goku, grabbing back the 4-star ball. And let's see if she shuffles the deck here. So it's a cool interaction that you can do with the deck is you can, I think at this point I'm questioning, I was like, did you do leader effect? So you can summon a Ghost Warrior, stack 3 cards on the bottom, and then use Goku to shuffle the deck. That way they're, not stuck on the bottom. Passing turn, because the leader can attack, she mills 2 cards, one of which being a super combo. Beerus charges the red-yellow energy, discard, draw 2. The card discarded is Whis, Godly Fundamentals. So this card has really good synergy with the leader, because you can discard it and then activate it from the drop, where you warp it, take up to 1 life, and minus 5k to any battle card on your opponent's field. And in combo with the 1-drop Goku, or the 3-drop Goku that the deck plays, you can build a board really quickly. Right, at this point, knowing that she can awaken next turn, I play the Beerus. That becomes a 1-drop 15k, or the 1-drop 15k critical. That you can, or is a 3-drop. Sorry, that you can play for 1 if you have a red-yellow energy, and you can only have 1 of him on the field. So I keep him in active mode because I want to be able to use him on the follow-up turn. I don't want her getting a free swing on him. When she awakens, I want her to attack me if she has to. And since she milled a couple Frieza already, I'm not too fearful of Frieza coming out. I don't know what the hand motions are over there. There's stuff going on. I'm like waving, saying no. Who knows? Alright, thinking about what she wants to charge. Here comes the Cooler that she searched earlier. And then activating leader effect to tuck 1, drop 1, draw 1. Alright, playing the 1-drop blocker, East Kai. That came out in set 7. It allows you to, it's just a 1-drop blocker that draws your card. It has a lot of good synergy with Shenron Figure Majesty because you can just reoccur it. Shout out to Russell Stelzer of Shenron's Lair for that, because that is crazy. And then Awakening, drawing a card. So what a Hatchhyack does on the Awaken side, it has the same effect on the backside where each player can only attack once with battle cards that cost between 0 to 7. And then when it attacks, it draws a card and gains 5k. So the leader is essentially a 20k swing whenever it needs to. Alright. Choosing to tuck 3 so she can play the Lord Slug Ghost Warrior. This is probably the best of the Ghost Warriors at the moment, because what it does is you can blow it up to warp any one of your opponent's battle cards cost greater than or equal to their energy. So if you're playing against Beerus and they play the 3-drop for 1 when they only have 2, you can blow it up. The 6-drop baby, you can blow it up. The Heartfelt Plea Goku. There's a lot of good targets in the meta right now that you can just get rid of with this card. Plus, it's a free, you can attack with it, do a damage, blow it up, pass. Alright, I see your tap 2. Play the Hatch or Lychee from the graveyard. This is a blocker, 10k. It has an ability to summon it from the drop by tapping 2 energy. And then when you play it, you mill the top 2 cards of your deck. So her milling another Lychee there is actually really valuable, because next turn, if she doesn't have much to play, she can just kind of summon it back. Swing up the Lord Slug, I'm just going to take the damage. Now, I should have probably just comboed the Beerus so it doesn't get warped, but it's not that big a deal. And then it looks like she's just going to pass her turn. And, she might have grabbed a 4-star ball first. Leader swing, I take the damage, mill 2. See another Lord Slug come down, and it's something else that I missed. Alright, that's what you want to see when you're playing a multicolored deck. 3 check lands in a row. That's non-sarcastic. You definitely want to see that. It's the easiest way to do your energy. Right, thinking about what I want to do here. She's over here at 8 life. I can't really pressure with the leader anymore. I only get 1 battle card attack a turn. I decide I'm just going to draw 2 and pass. I've got cards in my hand that I think I can start like a decent play with. I just need to try and not die. Alright, charging the 4-drop Hatchhyack, most likely because she doesn't have the 5/8 drop in the graveyard. And just deciding what she wants to do here. Alright, tapping 4. Play this is Shenron Figure Majesty, which I quickly do nothing about. I might be thinking of a different game. Because I could have Denial of Hoped it if I had the ability to, but I guess I didn't have it in hand. Or I wanted to save it for something else. I'm not sure. She's going to use the Shenron effect to draw it on tap 2. And then swinging at the leader, I'm just going to take the damage. It's no use combo. It's not worth comboing out, and I want the cards in hand. And it's just the best way to handle everything. Alright, so with 2 energy open, she could play the Lychee from her graveyard. She could pass open just to have energy. She could play the Hatchhyack in her hand by tucking the Lord Slug. Probably another copy of Slug, since I think there's at least 2 in there. 1 Frieza, and yep, the other copy of Slug. And I'm assuming I just let Hatchie resolve. Looking at my hand, I think there is a Denial of Hope. I don't know why I'm not using it. I might also just not be seeing the denial. Right, 4-star ball search, mill 2 at the end of the turn, hitting a Frieza and a Dr. Lychee. A charge is at the 4th Whis. That would be the perfect end goal here. Nope, it's an after image technique. Alright, leader effect, discard, draw 2. Can't see what I discarded here. Alright. Okay, gonna overwhelm. So what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna draw 2. Discard most likely the green Beerus, if it's in my hand. Yep. So the green Beerus, what he does is if he's discarded from your hand by a battle card effect, you can play him for free. He has another effect by tapping a green and warping him, except the thing is, we're not really charging green in this deck. We just want the free 15k body. I'm going to swing 10 here, combo 5. That way she's forced to at least combo something. I'm going to swing, combo the Bardock. That way the body's on the field, and I can try and pressure for damage. And it just puts something else on the drop, that way, in case I want to overwhelm again next turn, I can. Also, I comboed the Whis in order to, if she doesn't attack me and she chooses to attack solely the Beerus, I can warp the Whis to take the last life so I can get the 4. So I can try and do a big awaken turn. Alright, just going to leader swing on the Beerus, as to be expected. This is a 5 energy turn. Now, this is the turn that probably Hatchhyack is its scariest, because it's able to summon Demigra this turn, and it's not a good time. If your deck isn't playing an out to Demigra, it can be really rough, and a lot of bad things can happen to you, if you don't know. It's the understatement of the year. If Demigra gets out and resolves, bad things will happen to you. More likely, if you don't negate it, you're taking 3 damage and losing 4 of your best cards in your hand. So, the leader swing kills the Beerus. I think she's just deciding what she wants to do here. She has a lot of options. She could tap 4, and I think, because I think she now has the Hatchhyack in the graveyard. She decides to draw a card off Shenron, and I'm checking her grave to see if she summoned the Tuilas, and I'm like, oh, well, you have these options. I'm like, oh, you probably just want to summon that. Which is what she decides to do, because I believe she has the 5-drop Goku in hand. I'm just going to tap that 1 energy, play the 5-drop Goku. Now, if you don't know what this card, this is the Infinite Saiyan Rare from set 7. It is a 25k double striker, and I'm going to negate that in a heartbeat. Plus 40, minus 10. But yeah, it's a 25k double striker, and it has an activate main that says choose up to 4 black battle cards from your warp and put them back in your drop area. So this is really good. It synergizes with, the overwhelm aspect of the deck. So if you warp like your 8-drop Hatchhyack and your 3 of your Ghost Warriors when you play Demigra or you play Fu, you can put them back in. That way you can summon Ghost Warriors, and then you're still able to do your whole recycling engine. On my turn, I'm going to charge the 4th copy of Whis, activate it, or activate the Whis in the graveyard, minus 5k on the Goku, draw, and I think at this point I decide, I'm debating whether or not I want to summon the Goku. That gets played for free. I choose not to. Discard I think that's the King Vegeta and Little Vegeta red-yellow battle card, or red-yellow arrival card. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. I have enough cards in hand that I think I can protect myself from dying. But I also have I know I have the 5-drop AB, so I'm debating whether or not I want to summon it, try and attack, and blow the board up, or if I want to just kind of hang back and play with like what I've got. Because like I think in my hand as well, I have a couple like red-yellow Beeruses. Like I have stuff to like try and survive with, but. So I attack. I'm trying to bait the negate here. and I think she does go for it. Yeah, she goes for the negate to add back either a Kidku or Lychee or one of the one drops she has in there. And I think the reason she negates here, she wants to avoid me from rivaling out the Beerus, because the Beerus allows me to pick apart the 5-drop Goku, rip off the Shenron, tap the leader down, or keep the Goku locked. It allows me to do a lot of cool things here. Alright, I missed what she added back, because she definitely has targets. Alright, passing back. Charges the Frieza Ghost Warrior, and deciding to tap 4. And evolve into the Hatchhyack. At this point, I'm like, alright, cool, this is kind of rough, because she has 4 attacks without this turn, currently. Which is, she has Leader Swing, she has the 5-drop Goku, she has 2 from the Hatchhyack, and then since she gets to untap 2 energy with the Shenron Figure Majesty, if she wanted to, she could summon the Fu and get 3 more attacks out of this turn, which could be very rough for me. So I'm going to tap 1, combo red yellow, then combo 2 more, or activate 2 more to use the Beerus to blow up the Hatchhyack, just because it's a card that gives me a lot of problems if I can't out it. And then I'm going to super combo, discard, draw 2 to survive the attack. She's going to play Dr. Lychee. So again, the 1-drop blocker that when it dies, gets to summon a guy, a Ghost Warrior from her hand. Dies when it gets KO'd, not like decreased or anything. For those people who play Hatchhyack against Baby, just so you know. Alright, and this is up to her blocker count to 3, so she's able to survive a bunch of attacks if we get to that point. Swinging at the leader, I think I just take the damage on this one. I need to see more cards in my hand, and I'm holding something to prevent disappointment. I'm counting the cards in her deck. I'm like, wow, you have a lot of things in your grave, and not a lot of cards in your deck. What's going on here? So we see her tuck the 5-drop Hatchhyack, which you can't do, and that does get fixed, I think, during my turn. Or her next turn, because she attempts to Hatchhyack again, and I'm like, wait, no, you can't do that. So we just go find the card, and push it back, and then replace it with something else. So, here comes the Lord Slug. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out, currently I'm trying to figure out if I have Denial of Hope, because I'm pretty sure the answer is just Denial of Hope, that thing. And hope to God there's not another one. Because she's able to out my Beerus right now, and that's just my main attacker. There's a little time skip there from when the video clip ended and the new video clip started. Alright, blowing it up, warping the Beerus. I think at this point she just passes her turn. Guys, if you don't have any copies of that 5-drop Beerus, I would definitely pick them up right now. That card is ridiculously strong. Blowing up any 30k, especially in a red deck where you can manipulate power, very, very good. I mean, like, you can after image a secret rare, tap a red yellow, or like use your leader effect to do a free red yellow combo, tap a red yellow and just blows a secret rare up. That's pretty good. Or you just lock it down, even if like you can't after image it. So like a lot of good things you can get out of it. So here I decide to tap 5, play the 5-drop Baby, awaken, so I have the energy up. Ow, my life, coughing. Remembering the offering effect. So she gets to either crit 1 life or I draw 2. She decides to crit. I go, alright, cool, I'm going to awaken. I actually really wanted to draw the 2 cards here, but she had 7 life, and at 7 life you might as well just crit. Alright, and then I think I just passed the turn. leader attack, she negates, and I'm like, alright, cool. I don't really feel like blowing up your board, or not blowing up your board. I don't feel like dealing with that. And she goes, alright, cool, and negate again. I'm like, alright, that's a fun time. And I think I just pass here. I can't really do much else. Cool. She charges. I think she charged a 7 here. I don't think she needs to, but she very well can. She has so many things on her board. There's so many cards on her board. And they all do stuff. They either block attacks or like, alright, the only card that doesn't actually do something on her board right now is the 1-drop Son Goku. But if she attacks and combos it off and has like a power burst in hand, she can just recycle and negates, and that's pretty strong. I think this matchup is probably one of Beerus' hardest, and I would definitely want to feature Beerus again, and probably be a couple more games with the deck, because it's just a really strong deck. I mean, your leader's pot agreed on the Awakened side, and on the Awakened side you can blow stuff up and combo for free. Not being able to draw is a little rough, but like you can just kind of hold your Awakening forever. Because again, you're drawing 2 cards a turn. Alright, so you can put the 4-drop Hatchhyack by stacking a Frieza, a Shenron, and I think a Lord Slug on the bottom of the deck. Boom, playing it somewhere. She's got so many things on the board. And she's gonna tap 4. And this is when she checks her drop, and she's like, there was definitely a Hatchhyack in there. And I go, yeah, because I blew it up with the Beerus. And then I check the bottom of her deck for her and tell her, you know, it's here. I'm like, just give me a card. Give me a legal target from your hand. And we're both trying to figure out what happened. But again, as we said earlier, it happened, you know, she just bottom decked it, because again, on the card it says 5. When in reality it's an 8-drop and does not get stacked via the Ghost Warriors effect. Alright, tapping 4. Evolving into it. Lord. At this point, she's back at 4 attacks a turn. Leader swing, drawing a card. Drawing what looks like Shenron Figure Majesty. And I'm like correcting her play here. I'm like, wait, no, hold on. I wanna try and win this the right way. Use your Hatchhyack effect if you can to warp the baby. And then she's like, no, I can't. I don't have the cards anyways. I'm like, alright, cool. She swings in. I don't think she combos. I opt to activate the baby effect. This is me holding cards. Like, what do I want to discard? Like, do I want to discard 3 cards here? Yep. All right. Cool. Discard. Let's see what it is. Fearless Pan. Hellas. And a John of the Trickster. And then take the life, and then minus 20k to her leader, as well as every battle card she has. And then it turns off the auto effects of the leader, which the one's already triggered, so it doesn't matter. And then Shenron dies, the entire board dies except for Hatchhyack and the 5-drop Son Goku, both of which are now at 5k for the rest of the turn. Alright, Sorry for that, like, awkward bit of silence there. I was looking at my phone. He's gonna tuck 3 to summon something. Or actually, I think he's tucking 3 to warp the baby. Which, the baby got its value, got the blockers off the field. And then milling 2. I don't know what happened there. Actually very confused. Alright, going to charge. I'm on Discord talking to, I think, Sandy. So, Sandy, if you're watching this, shout out, friend. Love you much. Okay, I'm going to charge something. I think, so if I remember correctly, the turn is charge, play Fu, the Dark Banisher, whose name is probably not the Dark Banisher. I really can't remember what this Fu is called. Alright, swinging with the leader. Just to try and see if I can bait the negate. I don't want to attack with Baby first, because Baby will proc the Hatchhyack auto. I need to get the leader attack in first, so I can Baby effect and turn off the Nimbus, the leader Nimbus ability. Katie, I think, is deciding if she wants to negate here or if she can. I think at this point I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm just going to play the Fu instead of attacking here. It's just the best way to do this. Because then if she wants to negate, she has to warp a card from hand. And then Fu also kind of dances around the leader effect. Alright, you see me discarding 2 Denial of Hopes. And I think it was a Beerus. Reason being that I can, you know, summon or combo for free. Now that I decreased a card, here comes the 3-drop Goku that has been in my hand forever. And then swinging in 15 to -5, she's just going to take the damage. I'm going to swing with the 15k Goku. Because she needs to now combo, I think, 25 to get out of the attack. And then the pressure from Fu also is nice, because then she has to warp a card if she needs to activate any effects. So I think I explained to her, because she tries to 4-star ball. And I'm like, alright, well, if you want a 4-star ball, you gotta, yep, yeah. And I'm like, alright, cool, you gotta warp a card. Because those are effects, it's not a combo ability. So typically what you need to do is just warp the 4-star ball instead. Here I am swinging the baby at hatch, discard, draw 2, make it 40k to -5. I think at this point I'm just trying to draw into something else that helps me here. And I need to make sure she takes like all this damage for me to try and kill her. Cool, she takes the damage. Swing once with Fu. 25 to -5. She's explaining how she doesn't have negates. I'm like, oh, you have negates. You can just blow the Hatchhyack up. And I'm like, you gotta warp a card. Which I think she actually just ends up discarding the cards instead of warping them. Doesn't really matter. Alright, pick up, swing. Using the effect to free combo the Beerus. And then I decide to arrival in a Beerus. Because I'm trying to go for lethal this turn and blow up the Goku. And it ends up being 35k at the leader. Now, knowing what happens on the next turn, I probably could have prevented dying. If I... no, I still think I would have lost, actually. But we'll see. I'm over here spoiling games before the video ends, but... Alright, so I think she takes the damage. Swinging with the last attack on Fu. Combo the other Goku that's in my hand that's not worthwhile having right now. Then she goes to 1. I swing into the Beerus. And so I'm like, alright, cool. This is like my only time I can try and kill her. Otherwise, I definitely lose on the crackback. Discard. Hellas. Draw 2. it wasn't the green Beerus, because that would have been the best moment right there. It's like, alright, cool, he's another attacker. So we're at 35, 45, 50. That's all the 5Ks in my hand right now. She 4-star balls, warps a card. I think she's just trying to figure out if she can out combo me. Super combo, warp first. So I think she warps the 4-star ball. Draws 25. Not 25. 5. 10. And warp to super combo. I think I'm just explaining like why the 4-star balls are bad here, because of the fact that like you have to warp a card just to use them for the 5K, when honestly you can just warp them to combo super combo instead. It's at 5, 10, 20, 30, and I think at this point I'm like, oh, okay, you beat the combo. Then she reminds me that she was at -5. Because I'm like, oh, it's 25, 35, 45, 55, and you're good. And she's like, no, I'm at 5. So it's 5, 15, 25, 30. Continues to combo. At this point, I'm just adding to make track for myself. Keeps going. I think she's at 45 right now. And at this point, she's like, I don't want a combo, because the card she has to combo here is Tamigra. I'm like, alright, cool, that's enough. Pass. Draws, untaps. And at this point, any swing really just kills me here. I'm one with like, I think 1 or 2 cards in hand. She just has to get over 25. I go no negate. She debates on what she wants to combo here. We see the 4-star ball in her hand, which puts the 25, 30, 35. And I go, alright, cool. Leader effect. Put me to 25. And that's game. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was a really long best of 1 game. But that kind of just happens with Hatchhyack, especially against like decks that go slower, like Beerus. Really good decks, definitely worth checking out. And like I said, there's going to be more Beerus gameplay coming up with the channel against non-Hatchhyack decks. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see deck-wise. Like from set 8. Alright, bye.